Hi, friends. Welcome to another episode of Soaring Through Chaos. And yes, we are still in the midst of some amount of chaos. Every day, we are all hoping to find a vaccine. Every day, we are hoping for political and economic stability. A lot of people are still looking for jobs or alternatives. And amid all this, there are people who are working tirelessly, who are bringing community together. They give me a sense of hope. They give me a sense of what's emerging, where we are going. And they help bring about movement through chaos. And among them is Seema Khandale. I got to know Seema during the pandemic because as I was talking to the bad woman of India, here came the cup woman of India. And she's been doing some incredible work working with women and others. Seema, please tell us about yourself. Tell us what you've been up to and what inspires you to work tirelessly during these challenging times.
Good evening, good afternoon, and big thank you first for inviting me and giving opportunity to talk over here. Basically, if I start, I'll tell that yes, a mom of two handsome childrens. I'm a social activist running behind my passion of a social worker, which I had since long back. But as first preference was as a mom. After 20 years of my marriage, I came with my master's degree and I perceived it. And then I came with my NGO of my own, which is for the caring of environment, a share social group. And this gave me a turning point in my life. Rather than a mom being a social worker, that identity was something very big for me, which was giving a satisfaction to my family first, rather than just having the identity of a mom. So this was my turning point in my life, which showed me very, very different colors in my life. So I am having two major projects with my NGO. My NGO just completed 5 years last month, and with that I am having two projects. First is to avoid plastic carry bags which are just using and we are throwing away. So the plastic trash which is created, which is a very huge one. So to stop it, that thing, I just came forward to have something sustainable with that. And I started asking for the old used saris which are just given away or kept in the cupboard. So from that sari, we were trying to make 10 bags from each sari, and we started distributing those cloth bags to the people of a society, just gifting them, because I believe in gifting. When you gift something, it becomes valuable. So if you are giving one cloth bag to one person, that person will say no to 5 plastic carry bags in a week. In a month, that count will be near about 20 to 25. In a year, it will multiple. So in that way, we are just trying to less the count of these plastic carry bags. And when I was working on this project, I came across an article in a newspaper which was giving some story about a cup. It was a story of a cup, and that cup was something a big attraction for me. And being a housewife, I was having only one option to go and reach till the cup on the online market only. But the cost was higher, and I was like, I didn't see that product. Am I going to use it? When I'm spending so much of amount behind it, will it be useful for me? All these queries were behind me. So I wanted that product in my hands, see it, check it, and then it was if I'm going to use it or not. So after 2 months of my searching for that product, I came to know somebody who was selling it from home. I just went to the next day to her. I got that product in my budget. Being a housewife, I had limitation, and the project which I was running about the carry bag, the cost of the carry bag goes from my own pocket, because it's my something giving back to the society. So after 40s, I had planned that I'll be giving something or the other to the society. The stitching part goes from my pocket. So I had limitations behind that. And luckily, I got it in my budget. As soon as I came home with the product, I was like, I want to try this. Even if I was not in my periods, I started just testing that product and I used it. And the second minute, I was like, oh God, this is so comfortable. I'm going to just wait for my period. And believe me, a girl or a woman never waits for her period to come. She'll always be trying, it's late, okay, it's okay. Nobody is eager to wait and welcome the period. And that was the thing. I was just waiting for my period. So 2016, the period of my June 2016 was like, just come and I want to use this cup. And that was the turning point again in my life. And the comfort with the cup, which I had the period of 2016 June, was a different thing. The comfort, all the rashes part, all the itching part, the wetness part completely disappeared when I started using the cup. So that was something very different for me, because throwing the pads which we are using in a month, normally 12 to 15 pads are thrown away. And one pad is equal to near about 4 to 5 one time use and throw carry bags. And again, when we just use it and throw it away, we wrap it in a paper, we search it for the polythene bag, and we tie it down in that and we throw it in the domestic waste. So that is again one hazard, because we are not caring for the community who are the rack pickers and that community who is sorting out the waste of ours. So we have to take care about those people also. So it was like win-win thing. No trash was created, no hygienical thing which was troubling us, like rashes and all were coming through the cup after the use. All these plus point were seen behind that cup, and that thing didn't stop me by sharing with the friends. So WhatsApp was my best option to share with my friend, because phone, I'm a phone person. So every time I try to share what is good with me, and that is the thing. And I'm blessed with lots of friends. So every time I'm there with my friends sharing the best parts of my life. And this cup was one thing which I started sharing. So I started telling about these things, and in this way I came up. So few friends got to know that I'm talking about the cup, and this sharing was something different. So they started inviting me. And in this way, I started taking the big sessions in schools, colleges, in the gathering of Mahila Mandals, corporate offices, government offices, or wherever it is possible. Wherever there is a group, people call me, I tell them about the benefits of this menstrual cup, and then this goes on. So this is, in short, my story from a homemaker to a change maker.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, one of the things I have noticed when I was talking to Swati Bedekar, who has been working on empowering women, particularly starting with the menstrual pads, the organically made menstrual pads, is that besides just the period of menstruation, it literally changes women's lives. Have you noticed that in your work? Yeah, especially in rural areas where they don't have the facilities and all that, it changes them, it empowers them and all that. Have you noticed that as you started your work?
Yeah, because I am also working for the second sustainable option, which is the cloth pad. Because normally what we do every day is we wash our clothes, we dry them properly, we take care of washing properly, and we reuse it. The same concept comes with the cloth pad. So cloth pad is my second sustainable option rather than cup. So with the rural area where I am connected with, or when I get connected with them, I tell them to go with the cloth pads, how to stitch it for our own. So we take a sessions of making our own cloth pads, and with what the material we have in our house. We don't have to search something for that specific cloth pad. So the old bed sheets are there, the t-shirts are there. So like these materials, I teach them how to make our own cloth pad. So I can just show you how the cloth pad is basically. This is the cloth pad which we can make for ourselves, and this touch button is there which is tucked, and in this way we can use it on the panty, the same as the sanitary pads which we get, like that. So these type of pad I teach them, and these women's get a earning source from them. So micro employment or the empowerment part, what we say, but the big words behind that, it is just a simple thing. Teach them, make them the earning source, and let them go with the sustainable things.
So Seema, you mentioned that the online option, which was the menstrual cups, are rather expensive, and definitely it's unaffordable even in the cities. How are you planning to make it available widely? Have you found a way to bring the cost down and make it easier?
Yeah, I came with one solution. Working on this, one person got connected with me who is a master person in silicon, working with silicon since last 45 plus. So he helped me to design, to help me to make this product. He's the manufacturer person, and we just tried. So I came up with a design because I had few cups which I had been trying. So with all the good things, we tried it with one cup, and we just designed one cup, and I gave it a Marathi name, Rutu Cup. So since February 2017, we just tried it, and we came with it, and very happy to share the count with you now that we have 2075 plus users till date. So I just tried it because it was something a new concept, and these things are not easily available in the shops nearby us. So only online market is available, and nowadays there are various options on the online thing that what we say is the cheapy ones from 120 or 250 or somewhat we can get these menstrual cups, but few things should be kept in mind. Like the first thing, when you choose a menstrual cup, the material should be properly made up of silicone, because sometimes when you go with the cup, some are made up of TPE, that is the thermoplast elastomer, which is a combination of rubber and plastic. So please avoid that. Go with a proper silicone one. Initially, if you are the beginners, just go with a cup which is having a stem, because it helps us to remove easily, and while wearing also it helps us to hold it properly. And the main more thing which we have to take care is the pores on the cup. Here on the rim you'll find one ring, like few pores are there. So these pores are necessary. See, we have to wear this cup inside our body. This is the model of uterus and vagina. Every time the vagina is near about 5 to 7 inches, it differs from individual to individual, and this cup is near about 1.5 or 2 inches. So it has that much of space to go inside and sit inside a vagina. In this way, the cup will sit inside our body. So the first scary part behind this is that, oh God, we have to wear it inside our body. But the thing is, we have that much of space. We are not much clear with the anatomy of our body. So that is the scary part first coming with this. So this way the cup will sit inside our body. This is the uterus, and the menstrual fluid is collected over here in this way. The cup is in this manner inside, and it collects the blood at the time of our periods. How to wear the cup? Few techniques are there. You can just fold it in this manner. This is the U fold, or same as the C fold. But normally 80 to 85% persons of users are comfortable with the punch down fold. This is the punch down fold. You just have to make a fold inside, make a point, hold it in this way. But if you hold it properly, parallel fingers to the stem, and hold the triangle which you can see inside in this way, this position is very comfortable to wear the cup. This will easily go inside your body, and the cup will open up, and the cup will completely open and sit properly inside your vagina. The pores which are there will help to make a pressure inside your vagina. to hold the cup. And when you're removing the cup, you have to just locate the cup with the stem. Here you have to pinch the cup at the bottom. When you pinch, the pressure will be released, the air will be passing in and out through the pores and the cup will be released. So pinch it and remove it. This is the simple technique to wear and remove the cup. Just hold it in this manner, fold it, make a point, hold it properly, parallel to the stem, both the fingers, wear it inside, the cup will open up, locate the cup with the stem, pinch it at the bottom and just remove it. Such a simple technique. So choosing of a cup, proper silicone material, initially with the stem, cup with the pores. Three main things. The technique I showed you with the punch down fold, wear it properly, while removing, pinch it and release it. Taking care of cup is also very easy. Just cold water or hot water is necessary. Don't use any detergent or soap or any other Dettol or anything. Only hot water and cold water, because silicone material is said to be an inert material which doesn't react with any other. So the infection part or the toxic part are completely kept aside because of the proper material. And that is it is that non-toxic and non-allergic material which becomes the hygienically safe part, because wearing of something inside our body makes us very it gives us different questions about the hygienical part. So silicone is such a material which can be kept inside our body for hours, for days, for years. So don't worry about how many hours you can keep this cup inside our body. We are just keeping it inside our body for a few hours when we are in the heavy flow. So when normally in the 4 to 5 days cycle, 1.5 or 2 days is a heavy flow. So in that period, when you are in the heavy flow, remove the cup, clean it after 3 to 4 hours. And when it is the low flow, 8 to 10 hours is okay. So don't worry about that thing. We know our body properly. So in the heavy flow, 3 to 4 hours. In the low flow, 8 to 10 hours is okay to keep the cup inside our body. And after 3 to 4 cycle, we get used to with this new concept. So not a big deal.
So, Seema, one of the things I notice is that NGOs are never done by one person. And in your case, you bootstrapped, you started on your own, and you have two sons and a husband at home. In most cases, the family is like the first to start participating and supporting. Now we have the three males. Are they still working with you? Are they supporting you? It's not easy to talk about menstruation for young boys, but I'm sure they're helping in some ways. How have they been supporting your work?
I'm really blessed with the family and lots of friends who are the big support to me. So my extended family is there, not only my family. I'm blessed with my extended family who is a very big support to me. So everybody know what I am doing. And yes, I am really blessed with the strong support. So every time whenever I have to go outside or outside the city or travel somewhere, my husband, my sons will manage it. And always friends are there to just help me out if I'm somewhere outside. So their house is open for me. So yes, I'm completely blessed, and with the strong support, yes, having sons is different thing. But yes, I can just surely say that both of my son can explain all this concept very easily.
Wow, wow. That may be such great education for them. I remember when I was their age, they must be what, teenagers? Even the word
Yeah.
vagina was very difficult for me to say because you know what I mean. It's so good that you're able to bring your these young men to be able to understand and appreciate what their sisters, what women go through. Here came the pandemic after 4 years into your work, and it's very difficult, especially in Bombay, to travel and all that. How have you been continuing your work during the pandemic?
Yeah, my phone helped me a lot, and normally the WhatsApp video calls helped me a lot. And the only thing which I struggled was allowing the product to reach till the user was one of the thing. But still, yes, couriers, just when the courier started, it was taking some time, but it was okay to reach till the product. And I don't feel that pandemic stopped me somewhere or the other. WhatsApp calls, Zoom meetings, all these things were just going on. So my first aim to spread the awareness, it never stopped. So it was just going on. So I don't feel that pandemic or corona stopped me somewhere. It helped me to reach.
Wonderful. In fact, you gave an 8-minute tutorial on how the menstrual cup works right here. So I can see how effective you can be on social media. So my question is, with all the anxiety around us, with all the things, what I'm hearing from women leaders is that women are the most affected because they have to take care of the family. A lot of things are changing. The men are sitting at home, which they're not used to. The women are sitting at home, and it's such a almost, especially in big cities like Bombay and Delhi, there's so little they can do even outside. How have you been able to take care of yourself? And how about all the women? You are interacting literally with thousands of women because of your work. How have you been able to support them? And do you have any words of advice on how to deal with the challenges that especially women are faced with during this pandemic?
Yeah, first I just want to like to share is don't keep quiet. Just keep talking. Whatever the source you are having, always just speak out whatever you feel. So with me, it just came as such only because when somebody is stuck somewhere or the other, my first thing is that normally 24 by 7 I'm always available with this new concepts explanation and all. So everybody knows that even whenever they call me at any time, I'm always available for them. So just the thing is that just speak it out. Whatever you feel, just ask. Nothing shame is there to just ask it. What else is going to happen? If the answer is yes, you can move ahead. If the answer is no, you can just stop and search for the different source. So what is there to keep quiet? Just speak it out. What you need is the thing you have to ask it.
And from what I know, a lot of women have difficulty in asking for what they need because they see themselves as caretakers, providers at home in particular. When the whole family is at home, it's like a huge amount of work. And especially the home support network is reduced, right? You
Yes.
cannot, it's not easy for people to get support. So everybody's sitting at home and trying to figure out. So what you're saying
Yes.
is be open about your needs, be open about what you want from
Just
every
ask.
family as well as outside.
Yes. When I
And
go
yeah,
for the awareness sessions, I just like to share one thing because menstrual health or menstruation is such a topic that everybody is shy to open up on the first stage. So when I start talking about this, I just ask about what are your words about the periods, what you have the code words about the periods. So every time it is, this is my style of making them to talk. The person who are in front of me, the group who is in front of me, I just ask them, what do you say to the periods? Many words, code words are coming out. In girls, it is like happy birthday. Somebody are saying that yes, we are traveling in the red bus and all those things. We are not in the mood, I am in this phase and that phase, like that the code words come out, and this thing helps them to open up and talk. So it is just a thing that how the communication starts. So we need that thing to open up first. So that is necessary, and when it starts, nobody is keeping quiet. I asked them to share the story of the first period. So initially they just take their eyes down. They'll just keep quiet, but they have a smile on their face, and that smile is telling me that yes, they have to tell something, they have something to share. And then I asked them, is there anybody who can share the story of their first period? When one stands, the others are there like, yes, I have to share, I have to share. This is my opening key. So it helps them. So I can ask how to open up.
Wonderful. In fact, that reminds me, especially in villages and in many patriarchal societies, there's a lot of shame around menstruation. And simple examples are many temples, many places of worship, women are banned during these times. And there are various reasons that we don't even need to get into why. But the reality is, in some places, women have actually have to sit outside the house, even today. But the reality is that there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of suffering beyond the physical suffering. Has your work included that? Has it changed the way these young women see themselves, or even older women see themselves, and how they can relate to the men in their life and others around them?
Yeah, basically, I just share my experience first. Even if you take the example of using the cup, when I started using, when I got the comfort, I started sharing things. The same thing with the periods, I always share with the groups when I'm reaching them. Uh, I got married when I was in my periods. My engagement was when I was in the periods. uh, I had Ganpati Bappa for 5 years just for my younger son because he loved to do all those rituals and all. So it was for him. But I remember having my periods for the 2 times. So all these things happened in my period and we managed it so easily because it's not a thing to bother that I'm in a period and I have to sit aside and men will do it or the other persons in the house will manage it. Nothing. Even I came from a family who supported me. So I never had this thing that borders drawn, the lines, limits kept that if you are in the period, don't go here. You're in the period, don't touch this. Never ever I had felt so gone through this, all those things. So this sharing of mine always helped the people who are there in front of me with them who I am sharing with all these things. So all the question marks which are just given that if you do this, something will happen. So if these things would have happened, I would not be sitting over here because many things are there. You don't have to share this and you don't have to go there when you're in the periods will give that effect or this effect. I don't feel that happens because if you are pure with your mind and all the concepts are clear behind the periods, I don't feel that something is going to stop you. So nothing is just a natural thing. So just be it with whatever the things are coming in your life, just enjoy it and nothing happens. So I just share these things and they get the confidence. Oh, is it so easy to do all the pujas and all? Is it easy to have all these things whenever you are in the period? So they get the confidence, yes, this happened and it is okay with that. So I just share my experience.
In fact, my own mother, when she was alive, she grew up in a very small village. So all the challenges that were there in the village, and they had a temple at home. So she was literally outside the house. All the women were outside the house because of the temple every time, every month. And so there was a lot of suffering. And that's why I asked you that question. I'm glad by sharing your own example and the fact that you actually can do the rituals for Ganesha, Ganpati Bappa at your home with that purity in mind, that at least will give people ideas on how they can manage in their own lives. This is the first time we are talking about these things on this show, and I'm so glad we are doing that, especially at the time of Dasara, which is the festival of good over evil, and of Mahakali in Bengal, that is the Durga and Jagadamba. So I'm so grateful that you're talking about empowering women, at least to come on par with men, especially in this area where there's a lot of apparent vulnerability. So how has your life changed as you started doing all this work?
It gave me a confidence. It gave me a title behind my name, that a social activist or a designer of a cup or a cup queen or cup woman. So all these titles are just giving me a immense of confidence in my life, just to take something, one target, to just step ahead and doing something for the society. Because I am just a person running behind my passion.
Wow, that's so nice and such a simple thing, but it's spreading pretty much throughout the country. In fact, I did talk to Swati, and she said it's like two sisters going together along with dozens of sisters, because it's not just a local problem, it's a global problem around the world. And I'm so glad you're all working together in this, not seeing each other as
Swati really
competitors.
is a sister for me.
Sorry?
Swati really is a big sister for me. I
Yeah.
always call her Tai.
I also call her Thai. Such an amazing
Yeah,
thing. And I'm
yeah.
so glad we talked about all these things. Do you have any last words for people who are listening on how they can empower
I would
themselves?
just, I would just like to request the people of a society to just take a step ahead with the sustainable things, not those things which are just one time used and thrown away. Even the relation what we go through, we need the relation to be long lasting. So all those things we are using in our life, day to day life, like simple things which we just use and throw away, just keep avoiding these things. So just think about sustainable things which will go for a long run, and that is just for the betterment of our society, of our next generation. So it's just a simple message. Just try the sustainable things which will go for the long run, and that is just for the new generation of our ours. So try it.
I like that, comparing it with relationships and our desire to have good long-term relationships. So this is long-term relationship with the environment around
Yeah,
us.
we don't like a friend who will be just today with us and say tata bye bye and forget it.
Yeah. And we're doing that with our environment when we're using and throwing things away. That's so,
Yeah, and we have only one Mother Earth.
yeah.
So just think, if we are spoiling it and we are just creating the trash our Mother Earth, we are troubling our Mother Earth. So what we give come backs. So it is that thing, give something best. So best will come, and that will be beneficial for the next generation. And these are our people, our children's, our grandsons will be coming to them. So we are something planning good for them. So let's try.
Thanks again. And to those who are listening, I'm always looking for people who are doing something interesting, something different, with a view to bringing people together, creating communities. Yes, even during this pandemic, there's a big need, in fact, a bigger need to bring people together. So please come and share. No topic is out of bounds, as you just saw. And in fact, we want to be able to address the challenges faced by different people in different parts of the world, because we are all human. And again, Seema, thanks for joining us. And please continue to do your great work. We will share all your social media connections. So if anybody has any questions, they can directly approach you. Or if there are a lot of questions, we'll do another session.
Oh,
Thanks again.
great. Thank you.
Thank you.